Lesson 3-4, find multiplicative inverses. So number one, find the multiplicative inverse of each number. So our first example, we have 7 over 16. What is the inverse of 7 over 16? Logan? Yep, 16 over 7. We know that is the inverse because if we took the product of both of those would end up equaling 1, because if we took 7 times 16 and 16 times 7, they're going to equal the same thing. So it would be 1. So that's what you're doing when you're finding an inverse. What about if we had a negative number? What if we had a negative number? It's going to be the same idea except with negatives. So negative 6 1/3, negative 6 1/3. So first off, let's figure out what the improper fraction would be. So 3 times 6 is 18. And then 6 plus 1 is going to be, or not 6 plus 1, 18 plus 1 is going to be 19. So 19 over 3, and it is negative. And then from there, what is going to be our reciprocal of negative 19 over 3, Madeline? Yeah, negative 3 over 19. Yep. And so if we were to multiply those out, it would still equal 1. So we still want that to equal 1. Just put it on the desk or on the table there because I'm going to have to spray them down. All right, so that is multiplicative inverses or just inverses in general. Yeah. So are you guys doing okay with the inverse one so far? Yeah, okay. So I'll zoom through that. Yeah. Example 2, divide by a fraction or a whole number. Okay, so this is a little bit about what you guys are working on, except we're not working with the decimal yet. Where's the decimal one at anyway? Did they not have a decimal example? They don't. All right, we'll just have to go over that one here at the end. Okay, example 2, divide by a fraction or a whole number. So if we have 1 over 9 divided by 5 over 12, 1 over 9 divided by 5 over 12, how are we going to solve this problem? First and foremost, we need to turn this into a multiplication problem. So we're going to keep our first fraction the same. We'll have 1 over 9. And to turn it into a multiplication problem, we have to flip it. We got to whoa it. And we have 12 over 5. 12 over 5. I'm going to be doing that for like the next 10 to 20 years. And my students 10 to 20 years from now are going to be like, you're so old, Mr. Doomer. Why would you do that?
Then they really will call you Mr. Doomer.
They will? Probably. So 1 times 12, we'll just multiply straight across from there. 1 times 12 is 12. And then 9 times 5 is going to be 45. And you can reduce it. What did you want to reduce that by? You could have at the beginning. Let's do that. That'll be easier. Yeah, it does. I like doing it that way. I was just trying to zoom through it. Divide both by 3. So we would have 4 over 15. 4 over 15. Good. So are you guys okay with doing it with a whole number? So in example B, you're just going to have instead of 8 over 1, it'd be 1 over 8. Yeah, okay. If you guys do have a question on one like that, I'll go over it. Okay. Example 3, dividing by a mixed number. So when you're dividing by a mixed number, you're just going to turn those into an improper fraction. So if we have negative 4 2/3 divided by 3 1/9. First and foremost, we need to turn those into those mixed numbers into improper fractions. So 4 times 3 is going to be 12, plus another 2 is going to be 14. So negative 14 over 3 divided by, so 9 times 3 is going to be 27, and then plus another 1 is going to be 28 over 9. Now I need to turn this into a multiplication problem. So I'm going to take the reciprocal of my second fraction. So I'm now going to have 9 over 28. 9 over 28. Okay, and then from there, There's a little bit of reducing I can do. So what goes into both 9 and 3? 3. And then 14 and 28, 7 both goes into both of those. So I'm left with 2 here, 4 here. Let's multiply straight across and we'll have a new number. So -2 times 3 is going to be -6. 1 times 4 is going to be 4. I could leave it as that improper fraction, or you could turn that into a mixed number. Which, what would it be if it was a mixed number, Logan? Yep. Yep, -1 and 1/2, or -1 and 2/4 is what it would be first, but then you reduce to 1/2. Good. Those would be my 2 options. Okay, let's move on from that. Try that one. Let's move on to example 5, the substitution one. And then I'm gonna, for my next example, I will do the working with decimals one. So number 34. Yes, I did just rip my book. Example 5. Yep. So we have 5 over 3ab divided by 15 over ABC. 1, 2, 3. So write the quotient in simplest form. So we aren't even substituting here. We're just leaving in the letters. Okay, that's fine. So let's first find the reciprocal. So we would have 5 over 3ab, flip our 15 over ABC. So now we have ABC over 15. And what reducing can I do right here? Yep, 5 and 15. 5 goes into both of them. I'm left with 1 in my numerator in my first fraction, and then my denominator in my second fraction, I'm left with 3. And then Madeline, what can I do with the letters? Can I get rid of any of those? Yep, I can get rid of the A and the B in both the numerator and the denominator because it's in both of them. And I'm left with just C in my numerator. So when I multiply straight across, I have 1 times C, which is just going to be C, and then 3 times 3 on the bottom, so I'm going to have 9. So I have C over 9. Did you guys do any problems like that in the homework? Yeah, those ones aren't too bad. I honestly think they're a little bit easier, especially since you're going to be doing stuff like this in Algebra 1 and Algebra 2. It gets a little more complicated. So yeah, Madeline.
I cannot figure out how to write, my mind was like how to write a fraction into a division problem.
A fraction into a division problem. So if I had a fraction of 3 over 9, how would I turn that into a division problem?
How would you write it like this?
So like
That.
with that?
No.
Or how would I write it like with this?
Yes.
Okay, so let's help Madeline out here. Logan, how would I write this with? Yeah, I would just write 3 divided by 9. Yeah, your numerator is always listed first. So if we had the number 8, this would be written as 8 divided by 1, which is just going to be 8. Or if you were writing it in fraction form, it would be 8 over 1, which would just equal 8. Does that make a little more sense? Help a little bit? Okay. Sweet. Glad I could do something. Okay, 34. Number 34 in your guys' homework, the babysitting problem. So Barbara babysat for 3 1/4 hours, and she earned $19.50. What was her hourly rate? So I have 3 1/4 hours. Holy cow, Beth. Bless you. That scared me. Okay, 4 times 3. I'm going to turn this into an improper fraction first. That's going to be 12. Plus that 1. We're going to have 13 over 4. And then, let's see here. $19.50. So when you're doing this, we have, so $19.50. How do you think we're going to maneuver with that? Yeah, Logan? Yeah. Yep, then turn that into an improper fraction. So 2 times 19, then plus 1. So 2 times 19 is 38, plus 1 is going to be 39 over 2. Let me erase some of my work I did here so it's not in the way. Yeah. And then from there, am I going to be multiplying these together, or am I going to be dividing? What am I doing? What am I doing from here? Yes, good. I'm doing the amount of money, which was $19.50, $19.50, and I'm dividing that by $13.04. So I'll take the reciprocal of the 13 over 4, which is going to be 4 over 13. 4 over 13. And then from there, I can reduce. So 2 and 4. Then what about the 13 and 39? Yeah, Logan? Ellen, you got it? Yeah, yep. And then I'm left with 3 times 2, which is 6 over 1. So how much money did she make per hour, Madeline? She made $6 per hour.
I did 1950 as a decimal and then did it that way instead of making. I didn't even think about that.
How'd you end up doing it? I want to see. I'm gonna have to come look. Okay, so what other ones did you guys have issues with, or do you think you can try them now?
I got 40.
40? Tie-dye, Miss Augello, whatever her name is making tie-dye shirts with her students. Each gallon of hot water needs 2/3 cup of tie-dye. If Miss Augello has 5 1/4 cup of tie-dye, how many batches of solution will she be able to make? So how do you think you do that one, Madeline?
I thought you did 5 1/4.
Yeah. Yep. And then you'll take the reciprocal of the 2/3, and from there you'll be able to get your answer of how many batches there were. How much would you get?
778.
I'll have to come look at how you did that. So I'll come by in just a sec. I'm going to help other people. I'll come by and help you guys. And I don't know why it's doing this. What is happening? It didn't do this any other day.